I saw a really interesting thing with David Byrne where he suggested that everyone makes music with the environment it's going to be played in mind, be that like kind of gothic classical music in huge cathedrals where you can't change key because there's too much reverb, to you know, African music where there's no, it's played outside and it's very rhythmic and there's no kind of acoustic. And I think every musician listens and thinks to how their music is going to be appreciated. And so, you know, we definitely make music at the minute to be appreciated at 4 AM in a club.
In the last year since Swim came out, we've been playing more. I mean, we never used to play in clubs. We used to play in kind of venues for bands or whatever. And we've been doing so more and more this year. And it seems to work really, really well. Like, it's a lot of fun for us. People are up for dancing rather than just kind of standing there and looking at a show. So this is kind of like, this is the apex of that idea. So I'm really excited about that. I'm expecting it'll be a real kind of party atmosphere, I guess.
We're used to playing in more like stripped down sort of non-super club environments.
You know, it's less of like warehouse parties, less of like cheap sort of, you know. But it's fun because it's similar in the way though that it's like really dense, can get like crowded and people freaking out and having good times. So I don't know, that way I think it'll translate just fine.
You know, maybe our new record is slightly kind of maybe more intricate and more sort of psychedelic, and maybe is going to be more for listening to kind of after hours or early in the morning. But you know, yeah, I think it's a really interesting way to think about how, you know, different musicians play sort of, you know, make music for different spaces.
I would have always said no. I would have always said that the music that I make could be made anywhere. It doesn't have a geography associated with it. It doesn't particularly have a place associated with it. But this album, I think really, I mean, London's such an exciting place for dance music at the moment. So many amazing club nights going on and interesting producers. There just is that kind of buzz, excitement about being there and about making music there. And I think that did inform the music I was making, even though, you know, I'm making music in a crappy little bedroom. It's not like I'm making it in a club or in an environment like that. But, you know, that excitement, I think, is there in the music. As I said, though, this is really the first time that I felt that. I was always making kind of headspace music, and it was not really relevant where I was or where I was doing it. But so this is the first time I felt that. But I'm sure living here, definitely the atmosphere would seep into the music somehow. Yeah. I've always thought it'd be great to play out here, so yeah, we're really excited. It's been, you know, we've known we were coming for a while and been really psyched about it. So.
Fantasizing.
Definitely. It's like kind of been a sort of goal for us.
The sound system in there's not enough bass speakers. I'm just kidding. It's amazing. It's like, I mean, this is one reason that we like playing clubs so much, is that the music is like full frequency range. There's really high, crisp highs, and there's really subby low frequencies. And if you play in like a rock venue, it's just not suited to capture that whole frequency range. So this is perfect for us, is like playing in, well, a really loud PA and a really high fidelity PA that can kind of capture all the aspects of what's going on.
They're also the kind of test ground for the tracks. So
we'll probably play quite a lot of new bits and stuff tonight, but just to try them out and see how it sounds on the system. You know, you, like Jess was saying, you kind of like instantly tell how, you know, what's wrong with a track by playing it. You know, whereas in the studio it's like, oh, it's not quite as clear sometimes. we're big fans of Caribou actually. We've seen him a few times. I think he definitely, him and his lighting guy definitely pulled out all the stops tonight. It was pretty intense, but no, it sounded great, and yeah, sort of, I really liked how sort of dense it was, kind of psychedelic in a good way.
I was particularly enjoying watching the crowd as well. There were definitely some people in there that didn't know what was going on, and I think it's a bold and good move for We Love to have put that in their brains.
It depends on the band, you know.
Yeah.
Like I don't think they're your typical band, you know, that kind of bridge the gap between the two, and it works in this environment. You know, I don't think you could have like Morrissey in here.
He would never come.
Probably not. I don't know.
For all of these years, tell me what I've got to show for all of my tears. Time to let me treated me wrong. Something had to give to stop the same going on.
I've always made music that kind of fits in between something and something else. So I mean, even when it wasn't so much dance music, it would be a combination of a bunch of different things. And now that it's sort of dance music and it's sort of not dance music, I guess that kind of suits the balearic attitude of mixing a lot of things, being quite eclectic or whatever. But I definitely didn't. I mean, I made some of the music to DJ with, but I never really thought it would, you know, genuinely sit inside that world. I always think of the music that I make as being kind of sitting outside, being a bit of an outsider thing. So, but it's amazing. I mean, it's so great that it kind of makes sense there, and in other different areas, it kind of seems to have captured a few different kind of people's attention, which is amazing.
Thank you so much, everybody. You've been awesome. Thanks for having us. Have a great night.